Yes, now, bless now, people. Don't forget rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV, signing in. Track 4 on Emotional Creature by Beach Bunny is entitled Gone. All right. This entire listen through goes out to John. Thank you very much for recommending this, John. You know what? I started off this listen through by sort of saying, you know what? I've had a pretty low frequency day today. I've been engaging in a negative manner with people close to me who have got different opinions to me, right? Or maybe not different opinions, but, you know, I got brought up, right? And I know this isn't necessarily the case, because you can talk about whatever you want, like, it doesn't make a difference to me. But I got this is completely irrelevant to Beach Bunny, but I'm gonna put a spin on it which makes sense in regards to this listen through. I got taught from my parents, shouldn't talk about race, shouldn't talk about politics, shouldn't talk about flipping. I don't know what the third thing was. I don't know. But you can see why it's very divisive. And my friend's gone down a rabbit hole, man, of just been... He's well lost in the echo chamber as to where he can't talk about all different. It's incredibly boring. And I got bored to death about hearing the same thing over and over earlier. And I've come into this listen through with the high hopes that it's going to uplift me. But whilst I get to that point, I might be a little bit overtly critical of the music I'm listening to because I'm perceiving it through the lens of, a less than overtly positive state. But with that being said, this one's called Gone. I'm going to recalibrate my perception. Yes, the day is young. I've got a lovely day of listening to music ahead of me and involving myself in the arts and being creative and exploring life as a whole. So let's be good, yes? This one's called Gone. This one goes out to John, who recommended this on the Patreon. Blah, I'm a poet and I don't even know it. Let's go. Someone says Beach Bunny equals best teenage songs ever. Someone said I must not have got the memo because I'm 30 and I'm in love with this band. You know what? I've had a couple of people take offense. Not in a strong manner. Let's say I've had a couple of people take an opposite opinion to me from time to time, because sometimes I will say, I'm a bit too... I feel like I'm a bit too old, right, to really like this band, to really engage with this band and blah-de-blah. I've said that on a couple of bands in the past, right? And a couple of the fans have popped up saying, you shouldn't say that, and that's wrong of you saying that. And because indirectly I might, maybe insult somebody's sense of self by saying that. But truth of the matter is, I say that because it reflects inside of me. I've got a younger self, right? I was very into music when I was young. Like, I was very attracted to music when I was young, like when I was in the single digits of age. But I really got into music when I was a teenager. And so sometimes when I will listen to a band, I will know that my inner teenager adores the band, but this hardened shell that has manifest atop of that softer center, just due to the hammering of life, right? The sculpting of life itself. I know that at this older state, I can't perceive it with the same depth and emotional connection as I once would have. So when I say I'm too old for it, it's purely because I can perceive the value it would have given me when I was younger, Not necessarily with Beach Bunny, but, well, yeah, actually with Beach Bunny, most definitely. Because when this person says teenage songs, it's in reference to the fact that the market for this band, is going to be younger people, because there's a heavy emotive value and there's a sort of like outcast element to it. And as you get older, it's harder to be an outcast because the world and society engineers you to fit in and become a part of the system, right? We're getting philosophical on this one. Come on. Like the sound of that hi-hat. What record was that on? In the related videos, I've got Paramore, Still Into You. Was that Paramore? I'm still into you. Was that Paramore? Have I heard that on the record, or have I heard that via like it being synced to other forms of media? What record was that put out on? Was that on like it wasn't on Riot, was it? That's still... Shall I do some Paramore next? Some good melody to that leader. Hey, you know what? I might be getting back into the music, you know. I had a friend pop up. He's like, bro, I got to build a portfolio. Let me do some videos for you. And I thought, yeah, you know what? Let's fucking do it. Not a bad tune. Not a bad tune at all. Very organic sounding guitar there. It felt like I was in the room with the guitarist as they were playing. It was so human, you know. We've got Eventually coming up next. Eventually.